Luna and the Magical Forest. Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage at the edge of a mysterious forest, lived a curious little girl named Luna. She had sparkling green eyes that twinkled like stars and curly golden hair that bounced when she walked. Luna loved bedtime stories, but tonight was different. Tonight, she would become part of her very own magical adventure. As the sun painted the sky in shades of pink and orange, Luna's grandmother tucked her into bed with her favorite blanket covered in tiny silver moons. "Sweet dreams, my little star," Grandma whispered, kissing Luna's forehead. But Luna wasn't sleepy yet. Through her bedroom window, she could see the forest glowing with a soft, mysterious light. Suddenly, a gentle breeze carried the sweetest melody through her open window. It sounded like tiny bells mixed with the whisper of leaves. Luna sat up in bed, her eyes wide with wonder. The music seemed to be calling her name. "Luna, Luna, come and play." Unable to resist the magical song, Luna slipped out of bed and tiptoed to her window. There, floating just outside, was the most beautiful butterfly she had ever seen. Its wings shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and tiny sparkles of golden dust fell from its wings like glitter. "Hello, Luna," the butterfly said in a voice as soft as silk. "My name is Shimmer. I've come to invite you on a special adventure. The magical forest needs your help tonight." Luna rubbed her eyes, thinking she must be dreaming. But when she opened them again, Shimmer was still there, hovering gracefully in the moonlight. "Are you really talking to me?" Luna whispered in amazement. "Of course I am," Shimmer laughed, a sound like tiny wind chimes. "In the magical forest, all creatures can talk, and wonderful things happen every night. But tonight is extra special. The forest fairy has lost her magic wand, and without it, all the forest animals can't fall asleep. Will you help us find it?" Luna's heart filled with excitement. She had always dreamed of having a real magical adventure. "Yes," she said eagerly, "but how will I get to the forest?" Shimmer's wings began to glow even brighter. "Close your eyes and make a wish," the butterfly instructed. "Wish to help the forest friends, and the magic will carry you there." Luna closed her eyes tight and wished with all her heart to help the sleepy forest animals. Suddenly, she felt herself becoming as light as a feather. When she opened her eyes, she was floating gently through the air, following Shimmer toward the glowing forest. As they entered the magical woods, Luna gasped in wonder. The trees were taller than any she had ever seen, with leaves that sparkled like emeralds in the moonlight. Flowers glowed softly in shades of blue and purple, lighting their path like tiny lanterns. Fireflies danced around them, creating patterns of light that looked like shooting stars. "Welcome to the magical forest," Shimmer said proudly. "Isn't it beautiful?" Luna nodded, too amazed to speak. Everything around her seemed to pulse with gentle magic. She could hear the soft murmur of a babbling brook and the rustle of leaves in the warm night breeze. Soon they came to a clearing where many forest animals had gathered. There was Oliver the wise old owl, Rosie the gentle rabbit, Max the playful squirrel, and Bella the kind deer. But instead of looking happy and sleepy, as they should at bedtime, all the animals looked worried and wide awake. Luna, called Oliver the owl, flapping his feathered wings. Thank goodness you're here. We've been searching everywhere for Fairy Moonbeam's magic wand. Without it, none of us can fall asleep, and tomorrow we'll be too tired to take care of our forest home. Rosie the rabbit hopped forward, her pink nose twitching with concern. The wand is very special, she explained. It's made of silver starlight and has a crystal that glows like the moon. Fairy Moonbeam was using it to sprinkle sleepy dust on all the forest creatures when a strong wind blew it away. Don't worry, Luna said bravely, though her voice was small. I'll help you find it. Where should we look first? Max the squirrel chattered excitedly, his bushy tail twitching. I saw something shiny fall near the whispering willows by the crystal pond. Maybe that's where the wand landed. The group set off together through the magical forest. Luna walked carefully, marveling at how the soft moss felt like velvet under her bare feet. Shimmer flew ahead, her glowing wings lighting the way, while the forest animals guided them along winding paths between ancient trees. As they walked, the animals told Luna about their forest home. Oliver explained how each tree had its own personality and could whisper secrets to those who listened carefully. Bella showed her flowers that chimed like bells when the wind touched their petals. Rosie pointed out mushrooms that glowed in different colors depending on their mood. The forest is full of magic, Max said, scampering up a tree trunk. But the most important magic is the friendship we share and how we help each other. Finally, they reached the whispering willows. The graceful trees swayed gently in the breeze, their long branches trailing in the crystal clear pond. The water reflected the moon and stars so perfectly that it looked like they were walking through the sky itself. There, squeaked Rosie, pointing with her tiny paw, I see something sparkling at the bottom of the pond. Sure enough, deep beneath the clear water, a beautiful silver wand lay glowing softly. The crystal at its tip pulsed with gentle moonlight, sending ripples of silver across the pond's surface. But how will we get it out? Worried Bella. The pond is too deep for any of us to reach. Luna looked at the magical wand, then at her new friends' hopeful faces. She knew she had to try. I'll get it, she said determinedly. I'm a good swimmer. But as Luna stepped toward the water's edge, something wonderful happened. The pond began to glow brighter, and slowly, gently, the magic wand started to rise through the water all by itself. Higher and higher it floated until it emerged from the pond and hovered in the air, dripping with sparkling water drops that looked like liquid diamonds. The pond knows you have a kind heart, whispered one of the willow trees in a voice like rustling leaves. It wants to help you, help your friends. Luna carefully reached out and grasped the magic wand. The moment her fingers touched it, she felt a warm, tingly sensation spread through her whole body. The wand was lighter than air and hummed with gentle magic. You found it! You found it! Cheered all the animals, dancing with joy around the pond. Just then, a soft, melodious voice called from above. Thank you, dear Luna. Looking up, they saw Fairy Moonbeam floating down from the treetops. She was the most beautiful fairy Luna had ever imagined, with gossamer wings that sparkled like stardust and a dress made of moonbeams. Her hair flowed like silver silk, and her eyes twinkled with kindness. "You have shown great courage and friendship tonight," Fairy Moonbeam said, accepting her wand from Luna with a grateful smile. "Because of your help, all the forest creatures will be able to sleep peacefully." The fairy raised her wand high, and it began to glow with the softest, most beautiful light. She waved it gently over the gathered animals, and tiny sparkles of golden, sleepy dust drifted down like snow. One by one, the animals began to yawn. "Thank you, Luna," yawned Oliver the owl, already looking drowsy. "You're the best friend the forest could ask for." "We'll never forget your kindness," added Rosie, curling up in a cozy spot beneath a mushroom. As the animals settled down for the night, Fairy Moonbeam turned to Luna. "It's time for you to return home now, little one. But remember, the magic of friendship and kindness will always be with you." Jimmer fluttered over to Luna. "Close your eyes again," the butterfly said softly, "and when you open them, you'll be back in your own cozy bed." Luna closed her eyes, feeling grateful for the wonderful adventure and the new friends she had made. She felt herself becoming light as air once more, floating gently through the magical forest and back toward her cottage. When she opened her eyes, she was indeed back in her own bed, tucked safely under her moon-covered blanket. Through her window, she could see the forest in the distance, now peaceful and quiet. A gentle breeze carried the faint sound of contented sighs from sleeping animals. On her nightstand, Luna noticed something that made her smile. There, glowing softly in the moonlight, was a single rainbow-colored feather from Shimmer's wing, proof that her magical adventure had been real. As Luna snuggled deeper into her blankets, she felt wonderfully sleepy. She had learned that the greatest magic of all was helping others and making new friends. With a happy sigh, she closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of magical forests, talking animals, and the beautiful fairy who had thanked her for her kindness. And from that night on, whenever Luna looked out her window at the mysterious forest, she could see tiny sparkles of light dancing among the trees, a sign that Fairy Moonbeam was still there, watching over all the sleeping creatures with her magic wand, keeping them safe and sound until morning came. Now, close your eyes and follow Sister Moonlight into a sweet dreamland. Good night, sweet dreams.